My sister and I chattered nonstop in the back seat of our car as my mom drove the deserted back roads home from summer camp. We were practically exploding with excitement and stories to tell. In the middle of my sister Abby's tales of her capture the flag exploits, my mom slammed on the brakes. Before the car even stopped, Abby climbed out of her window, a stick of beef jerky in hand. My mom, brother, and I quickly followed. Stretched out in the middle of the road was a dog. She wobbled over to us. She was sweet but skittish and took Abby's jerky after little convincing. She was pitiful and inches from death. Her hair was falling out due to malnutrition, and the hair she had was sun-bleached, coarse brown. She was so starved, her ribs and hips jutted through her skin. She was crawling with fleas and ticks. Worst of all, her teats were swollen with milk she couldn't afford to give for puppies, which were nowhere to be found. She wasn't even a year old. We welcomed the sweet pup into our family. Her name is Gipsy, and she is much better now. When we found Gipsy, she weighed only 17 pounds. A year and a half later, she weighs a solid 36. And look at how pretty that hair is. She's come a long way. As soon as she had recovered, we had Gipsy spayed. To clarify, a spay or neuter is an operation performed on animals that sterilizes them. As a stray in rural Alabama, Gipsy had become pregnant and delivered a litter of puppies before she was even a year old. Veterinarians classify dogs younger than a year old as puppies. Gipsy's original owner had not bothered to spay her, and so she became a mother while she was still a child. Heartbreakingly, this is not uncommon in my home state of Alabama. Oftentimes, animal owners choose not to spay and neuter their pets, and those animals can become pregnant. The owners don't know what to do with 7 more cats and dogs, so they throw the new arrivals onto the streets. Like Gipsy, these animals then become pregnant because they are helpless. One unspayed female dog, a puppy that couldn't find a forever family, can carry up to 3 litters in 1 year. The average number of puppies in a litter is 7. That one female dog can have over 120 puppies in a 6-year period. One unspayed female cat and her babies can have 370,000 kittens in just 1 year. Because of this, animal shelters are bursting with stray cats and dogs. According to their website, My County Humane Society collected 9,968 stray cats and dogs in the year of 2018. 59% of these animals were euthanized. 59%. More than 3 million stray cats and dogs are euthanized here in the United States each year. Yet, 80% of these animals are healthy, treatable, and could have been adopted into new homes. The reason for the euthanization of more than 2.4 million stray animals each year that are healthy? Shelter overcrowding. State and county animal shelters are overcrowded with stray cats and dogs they can't afford or don't have room to keep. However, there is a solution to this wide-scale destruction of life. If animal owners spayed and neutered their pets, then thousands of animals would be saved from pain and homelessness. Beloved family pets would have no more accidental pregnancies, and countless litters would be saved from being thrown away and abandoned. the decrease in stray animals would lead to an increase in resources and living space in local animal shelters. This would improve the quality of life for the remaining animals. But most importantly, the change in animal shelters would allow for a decrease in animal euthanasia. This is a problem that countries are facing worldwide. According to World Atlas, there are more than 75.8 million stray dogs in the United States. But around the world, we see the same problem. There are more than 35 million stray dogs wandering the streets of Brazil. There are more than 27 million stray dogs in China and 15 million in Russia. However, no nations have passed legislation mandating the spay-neuter procedure yet. However, legislation of the sort has begun appearing both on local and state levels. Already, communities are realizing the importance of spaying and neutering companion animals. While no legislation has mandated the spay and neuter procedure, legislation encouraging owners to spay and neuter their animals in other places has been proven to decrease the population of stray animals. The Netherlands reports that they have no street dogs. How? Part of the solution they implemented was to make the spay-neuter operation free to all citizens. Though it is not feasible for some countries to make the spay and neuter operation free to all citizens, and some countries oppose this law on principle or economic grounds, the Netherlands sets a precedent for the accomplishments of a community focused on the health of their pets. Some argue that the spay and neuter operation is too expensive, or the recovery process is too painful to subject their animals to. The spay and neuter operation costs anywhere from $50 to $300 in the United States. This may be a hefty price to some, but it is well worth its cost to the animals affected. Furthermore, many nonprofit organizations offer vouchers for the surgery. With a voucher, veterinarians will perform the spay-neuter operation on animals for a downgraded cost or even free of charge. In fact, many veterinarians encourage pet owners to spay and neuter their animals. The operation is also a one-time procedure with an average recovery time of 14 days. Though this may seem like a long time to not play with your pet, it is humane compared to 2 months of pregnancy and labor for each litter of puppies. If more animal owners took the time to spay and neuter their pets, the abandoned house down the road from mine wouldn't be overrun by stray animals seeking shelter. If more pet owners spayed and neutered their pets, animals like my dog Gipsy wouldn't be forced to carry and then lose unwanted litters of puppies they are too young to have. By spaying and neutering your pets, you not only prevent pain and homelessness for generations of animals to come, but you do your part to help solve a growing international problem. For the sake of man's best friends, locally and globally, spay and neuter your pets. Thank you.